My new Dragon's Lair board is here. If you missed part 1 of this, go ahead and check that out first. We're going to refer to it a lot here. Let's open this guy up and see exactly what it is. I don't know what I was expecting other than the PCB back, but I did get this super awesome sticker. Thanks so much. And here's my PCB. It doesn't look any worse for wear. I don't know if it's the same one. I should have put a mark on it or something. But let's get this sucker in and try it out. I really wasn't going to originally show you putting this board back in, but I thought it might be interesting to sort of capture at least a little bit of the effort. Nothing a big guy like me doesn't like more than trying to crawl into a cabinet on the floor with his cat trying to interfere. But it was actually fairly straightforward to get all the plugs back in because it was pretty much all the plugs only fit one way and there was only one connector. Now, the one I did have problems with was the one that goes out to the monitor. It's like 16 pins or something. There is a little white mark on it that will line up with a small notation on the board. So that's how you know where to put that guy. The hardest part, of course, was screwing this damn thing back in because the screws are so tiny and this stupid support board is in the way. So you sometimes have to come at a creative angle. Whew. All right, so let's go ahead and fire this guy up. First run, first turn on here. After we tested, we're going to go through and look at some of the scenes that were particularly grotesque when we tested it last time. Let's see how we do. Basic startup. The audio looks in sync. Little fire rope action. Now remember, the last time I played this, I got used to having the sync off, so you'll find that I'll make several mistakes along the way. That was not the fault of the game. All right, next up, the horse. We're going to talk about this guy later. You're going to see something in just a moment that I didn't notice before, right here. Yeah, that sucks. We'll talk more about it later. But the timing is right. And that's the important part, right? Watch as he kicks the door. This was totally off before. Good to go. Now, the Rapids had some problems as well, and you can see that the move windows are all synced up with the audio and the flashing of the correct way to go. That looks good as well. All right, here's a little something for you. Check this out. Okay, first off, the timing looks right. That's good. But did you see anything strange there? We'll get back to that. Lizard King. Yes, I could pretty much play the whole Lizard King by audio only, and it was totally bumming me out that it was off. As you can see here, the audio, move windows, and video all appear to be perfectly set together. I love it. I always love that guy. As you can see, everything is working as you would hope it would work. All right. Next up. Okay, we did definitely complain about this one. His sword coming out was off. The sound was off of the sword coming out of the scabbard. And as you can see, everything is good. Perfect. All right. Carrying on. This was another scene when trying to go over the lava explosions. The audio was completely thrown off with the video, and I was able to not cross properly. Here's one, the big one, right? We're going to do this both forward and backward. You can see I walked right through. On the video before, I was dying left and right because the timing was off. Remember this one? The door blew open and the sound effect happened too late? That's great. It's all caught up. The door blows open on the side. Off we go. Now, in this one, the second his knee disappears as he crouches, that's when you're supposed to go. That didn't work before. Now it does. And, of course, the audio is all in sync the way it should be. Great. All right, the night was definitely a huge problem for me. I may die in this one. I don't remember. But the night was a huge problem for me with the sync problems that we were having before. And as you can see now, everything lines up the way that it should. The move and the audio and the video all synced up. Thank God. Okay, this one I think I ended up dying on. Nope, okay. That audio dump is still there, but the timing is right. Remember the spider and the sword and everything were completely wrong? But everything else sounds right. Sword comes out, timing is perfect, and off we go. Mudmen, here was another one that the video desyncing was causing me to have severe problems playing this level. Even though the movements are simple, the timing is a little more critical on this one, specifically that last move. But as you can see, the audio and video are synced. Okay, now the Dragon's Lair. This is my actual winning version. I had to do this 5 times. I'm out of practice. Listen, it's been a while. So I had to do this 5 times. I also spared you listening to Daphne's tirade here in just a moment. I mean, we've heard it a million times, right? All right, let's just get to the good part where the dragon comes after you. And here we go. Again, timing is everything, along with sound, the chomping of the claws and everything. It made a difference here. And I'm now able to play this. Okay, it took me 5 times because I forgot the last 2 moves. It's been a while. But that wasn't the fault of the game. Everything's good. Moves are lined up. Audio's lined up. We're going to put him in the ground. Thank you, Daphne. There we go. So everything looks pretty good, right? A couple things that we got to go over. While the sync problem is fixed, there's at least 2 things that we want to look at. And one of them is possibly a regression bug that came from the changing of the videos. And the other one is something that was already there. Now, you'll notice that when you're done here, it doesn't just freeze here forever. I don't remember if in the original thing it would go back to here, but then it would hang, right? You couldn't proceed here. It wouldn't go back to the attract mode. You'd have to hold down 2 to go back. All right, so check this out. Remember I told you there was something wrong? Watch here. It's on the 3rd one. Did you see it? Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to show it to you again. Watch. We're going to roll this back. Watch again. This sucks. 1, 2, 3. You see it? It's a complete compression breakup. Watch. What's that? And there's 11 frames of it. Now, one more time for the cheap seats. Watch carefully. Yep, that's too bad. That is too bad. It's blatantly obvious. Once you've seen it, you'll never be able to unsee it. And it doesn't affect the reverse screen, only this one. So that's something, I guess. All right, next up. This is something new. Watch closely. Did you see it? Don't worry, I'm going to show you again. Watch. Look at the tearing. There's a tearing problem on this screen specifically. And it's not just that. Watch carefully. Here we go. We're going to do it again. You see it? Look at the tear. Yeah, I don't remember seeing that before, so I think that's something that came back as part of this whole thing. But I can live with that if the timing is right. Before I give you my final verdict, we need to talk a moment about Arcade1Up's behavior regarding this fix. I sent Arcade1Up a battery of questions to include in this video. You can pause the video if you want to read them. I wanted them to have the opportunity to give their side of the equation. My email was passed on to their QA department for some reason. Maybe in this case it means questions and answers and not quality assurance. And at the time of this video, I have received no response. Not that I expected to get one, but hope springs eternal, right? Where Arcade1Up failed the most was not acknowledging the issue and promising to make good on it. They built up a lot of goodwill when they went back to the board to avoid having to use your phone as a scoreboard. This just sort of negated all of it. Had they been communicative to the user community and at least gave us an approximate date to get a fix, that would have been great. What is pissing people off outside of that is the $40 price to fix something essentially broken out of the box. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt that there is a licensing or legal reason why they could not provide the fix online for flashing at home, be it the crazy file size, the copyrighted audio-video files, whatever. We'll have to accept that them flashing it was the only possible way to fix it. They provided shipping both ways. Now, according to my research, this is anywhere from $8 to $12 to ship UPS, depending on the destination. I'm sure they get cut some sort of a break, but if we split that down the middle at $10, that's $20 of the $40 in shipping. They pay it both ways. They have a technical support person handling your case, and I assume a QA tester involved with some logistics handling. That's essentially costing us $20. They provided the service start to finish in 18 days, including both-way shipping and the flashing process. Of course, I was aggressive about getting it packed up right away. I don't forgive the situation, but I do understand it. Arcade 1UP could have easily said, due to legal and logistical reasons, there will be no update. But they did find a way to make it work, and they shared the cost with the customer. The sync problem is fixed. You saw that earlier in the video. I'm disappointed in the compression artifacting on that one scene, but in reviewing my older videos, it was there then too. It isn't a regression bug. I did a quick review of my early videos and I didn't notice the tearing, but I'll be reviewing more older videos later. The issue where after you play, the title screen seems to hang is still there. The 4-second hold is still required to clear that screen and go back to the attract mode. I guess they didn't promise a bug fix, just the audio sync fix. So the eternal question, is it worth it? As always, it is up to you, the owner of this otherwise amazing cabinet, to decide if you can live with the defect or are willing to do the legwork and pay the fee to have it fixed. Personally, after paying $600 for the cabinet and knowing how much I love these games and want them as perfect as possible, it was 100% worth it. But as usual, your mileage may vary. Are you going to do this? Have you done it already? Are you happy with it? I want to hear from you down in the comments section. If you have any other tests you'd like to see done, don't hesitate to reach out in the comments or on our Discord, use channel Passenger Seat Radio. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, means the world to me. Of course, dinging that bell will get you notified of future videos just like this one. I'm Shane R. Monroe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.